Blog Talk Radio.
What's good? What's good? Y'all got the bar guide on.
It's your girl, KCJ.
Yeah, this Ryder, yo.
This is Real Deal, man.
This QP, man, R3.
And it's the one and the only, you understand what I'm saying? Double bar build.
Trey Dennis, if you didn't know, finish on what it's hitting for.
It's Chili.
And this is Danger Zone, and you're listening to the Barcode on Compete Street Radio.
Yeah. What's up? This is TD Barry, you on Compete Street Radio, the Barcode. I'm with my co-host, Lalay Smalls. Lalay, what's up?
What's up?
A lot. Child Daniel got the night off. I don't know. I think we about to make this Sunday night thing our thing now.
Oh, okay. I think for the most part, I think that's cool with me.
Yeah, this might.
Start the week off right.
Yeah, this might be our thing. All right, so we just had the URL TV Born Legacy Supreme event go down yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually a couple events. Queen of the Ring had the Shoot Your Shot event yesterday also. I guess that was right after the URL event. So the URL did pay-per-view for the event. So let me ask you first, what did you think about Born Legacy Supreme overall?
Overall, I think it was a nice card. Not in a bad way, but I would definitely say that I'm happy I got the pay-per-view versus trying to make the trip to New York for the event. Not saying anything bad about it. It's just one of those types of events to me that pay-per-view was enough. Like, I don't feel like I missed out by anything by not being in the building.
Mhm. I didn't really get to see any of the battles yet. I saw some of illwill versus Twerk, a little bit of JC versus Chess, but overall, the overall reception of it, I didn't nobody said anything about any classics that went down.
No classics.
Yeah.
Yeah, no classics. There was, I feel like the people that you would have wanted to go to the event to see, or the reasons why you bought the pay-per-view, those people performed. So, like the Twerks, the Rums, the JCs, the Young Cannons, they all did good, but I just feel like, with the exception of maybe Twerk and illwill, there was a lot of one-sided battles. So, and then there was the Big T, Mike P. I wasn't really feeling that battle. It was, nice to watch once, but there was no real replay value for that battle to me. And so yeah, so like I said, overall, pay-per-view was definitely enough. Just so I don't have to wait for the battles to drop. But yeah, didn't feel like I missed anything by not being in the building.
All right, so going one down this card real fast. The one battle that didn't go down is Reed Dollars versus
Queen
Tabor. Allegedly, Reed said it was some type of emergency. He couldn't make it. Whatever. This is the second straight battle that he didn't do.
Yeah.
Got the Trey Dennis battle. And now this, so hopefully we can get a makeup date for this. I actually wanted to see that. So, all right, so it was two surprise battles. I know one, the pay-per-view didn't get to see, which was Joe versus Franchise, which I heard a couple people
really
say
good.
Battle of the night, yeah.
Yeah.
I knew Joe was on a card. Of course, Joe told us he was on the next Born Legacy. I know things changed, Everything isn't always set in stone, just like the next Born Legacy was supposed to be in the DMV. But I just had a feeling Joe and Jack was on this card. I just thought they were going to battle each other. But they then Joe versus Franchise was the first battle. And then the next prize battle, which was Jack Boy Maine versus Young Cannon, YK.
Right.
And that was actually on the stream. Did you see that one?
Yeah. I agree with mostly everything that I've seen. YK30. He was just way too much for Jack Boy. Not that Jack Boy didn't have anything. It wasn't a body. But Young Cannon is crazy. Like, he was saying all kind of stuff. He had this bar about like spades and only a king can cut a jack, something like that, and that was dope. And then he had like this jack-o'-lantern bar in the first, and like a pump can light up his face, something like that. And he was just like, those are the light bars, the ones that I was able to just jot down real quick. But, I mean, you know how Young Cannon is, so, I mean, you have to watch that a couple of times to catch everything. But, yeah, I don't know, like, if Young Cannon was just too much for Jack, lack of preparation, or what. You know, it was a surprise battle, so we don't know how much time he had to prepare. But, yeah, Young Cannon was just way too much.
I think it's about time YK started getting his just due, man. He was beat.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of people's favorite battle rapper. Like, like he barely ever loses clearly. He always,
and he's always on it. Like, never a bad performance from him.
It's time he need to start getting on a big stage more.
I feel like it's slowly coming. I mean, he's on this card he was on URL, so I definitely feel like it's coming. It took a little while to get there, but it's coming.
So the next, what was next? Was it Twerk versus illwill?
Yeah, I think that was next. Twerk versus illwill. I gave that to Twerk 2-1. I think Ill got the first round clear. Twerk, I gave Twerk the second. His twerk was good. It wasn't like unbeatable, but there was like a slight little stumble in the second from illwill. It wasn't anything bad. Like, it wasn't I wouldn't call it a choke, but it was like a slight stumble, and I wasn't really feeling Ill in the second. I mean, he did have some stuff too, but I edged it to Twerk. And then Twerk's third was just crazy, and I didn't like illwill's third at all. He talking to his nose ring.
About the nose ring.
Yeah. I just wasn't really feeling that at all. But I mean, illwill definitely. I mean, he started out his first. He had like this is Born Legacy, but you choking battle rap, so you should be a part of Born's legacy. Like, that was crazy. He was talking about, his name. He had like a couple name flips, and then he had I think my favorite Twerk name flip so far is because he kept like referring to him as like a little him, like a mini him. So he was just saying that he's his dad, but he's just a juvenile. So he had to so back that thing up. He made him twerk pretty much, like, so that was dope. But Twerk, he had a lot, like I said, in his third that I really liked. The DNA. He was like, if DNA is on it, of course you're gonna spray the machete with sanitizer. Like, I don't know why I like that so much. That was a nice little flip on. Yeah, that was a nice little flip on the infamous spray the machete DNA line. And
that's definitely. Yeah, I seen a little bit of the angle about the nose ring, which it was crazy because I kind of predicted it, but if anybody doesn't know, that was what he did in the Johnny Alcatraz battle when he took the angle about Alcatraz's tongue ring, and that's when he was like, just because you got no tongue ring, that don't mean you gay. I like picture him saying that to Twerk, but about his name, I didn't expect him to go at his nose ring. But he definitely took his angle from the Alcatraz battle and then used that against Twerk about the nose ring. So that was kind of funny to me. It just wasn't hitting. It just wasn't hitting.
Yeah, it just wasn't hitting, and this, I mean, back up to the crowd, there was a lot of hecklers in the crowd this time, and I don't know, maybe if it's because, on, live stream you can hear, you can see a lot more, because usually when it's edited and everything, it's you don't get the in-between, but there was a lot of heckling, especially during, the rum and Chef Trez battle, but there was a little bit in this one too, a little heckling, but yeah, definitely I give that to Twerk 2-1. I did see maybe one or two ill wills, but I don't know. I don't think. I mean, Twerk's third round just not that I judge battles that way, but Twerk's third round just couldn't compete with any round of ill will to me, even though his first 2-1. I think I jotted it down. Oh yeah, I think I saw a lot of people post about it, but yeah, in his third he was talking about how he, his stock went down after he battled Mike P because he choked or whatever, but he was like, if he choked in this round, he's gonna put Smack and Beasley in the trunk and it will never drop.
Yeah, I seen it.
Yeah.
That was almost on the level of DNA to get smacked up out of here.
Out of here, yeah.
that was
that was definitely a room shaker.
Not quite, but that was crazy. So, all right. So, what's next? Next one was
Rum versus Chef Trez, I think.
Rum versus Chef Trez, I believe, was next. So, how you calling that one?
I mean, Rum won clear. I'm still debating if it's a 2-1 or 3-0. I gotta watch that again. But
what round do you think was close?
I want to say round. I think round 2 is when Trez had the rebuttals, or was it the third? I can't remember. So whatever, I gotta watch it again. But I always like to give a little extra for rebuttals, and we all know that Chef can rebuttal, and it's dope. But so I'm gonna say that the second might be close, but yeah, it's hard to. I definitely have to go back and watch that again. It might be his third. I think it was his third. I think it was his. Yeah, it was. I'm sorry, it was his third that he did those rebuttals.
I heard Rum had a rebuttal too about the fake Jordans.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because I think he said the fake Jordans in the second round, so it had to have been. I don't know. I gotta watch that again, because that battle is running off together to me. But yeah, Rum is just crazy. He's definitely one of my favorites. Well, not even low key, but he's definitely one of my favorites. But I liked he said a whole bunch of stuff, but I liked he was saying how Trez can't catch a body on keyboard. That's ridiculousness. Yeah, that was dope to me. Probably because like that's one of like my favorite shows. But anyway, but yeah, that was dope. And then I don't have the whole setup, but it was like he was like I'll mixtape around like Rex do it. So it was like I thought that was dope, like mixtape. You know, Rex uses mixtape bars or whatever. But saying like I don't know, you'll see it. But it was dope how it was kind of like a double entendre a little bit. But that was dope. But I mean, then he said a whole bunch of stuff that I'm sure you'll see. But those were a couple things that stood out to me that I just could remember. But oh yeah, and then like the rebuttals that Trez had was Rum had on like a Al Capone Cigarello shirt, and he was just saying how it's dipped in cognac, but something is got a new flavor as rum, like like instead of cognac it'll be rum cigarillos or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that was pretty dope. Like I'm missing the whole bar, but it was dope how he said it, but not right now when I'm doing it. But but yeah, so it was a good battle. I don't know what it is. Like Trez, he keeps getting these crazy names that like I don't know, like just like JC. He just like it's a 30, but it's not a body. You know what I mean? Like anybody else would have gotten like body, but like because Chef Trez is good, it's like he's able to compete a little bit, but I just
kind of like when Big K beat JC. All right, moving on. Next, Big T versus Mike P.
I really didn't like this battle at all. To be honest, yeah, this battle was like weird. Like I didn't really like. I'm not a huge Big T fan, but I'm not. I don't know who I'm giving this battle to. Like I said, I didn't like anything. I'm going to say Big T 2-1, but I don't know which rounds. This wasn't like your typical Mike P to me. I don't know. It just and his rounds they kept. I mean, they were really close. Really monitoring time with everybody's battle, but I feel like this battle especially, they had to keep cutting rounds short. So Mike P was like visibly like annoyed when he got called time in the first round. And I felt like towards like after that, everybody like both of them kept like, not being scared of time, but like they were, just trying to rush through the rounds a little bit, trying to get everything out. But yeah, this was dope. Big T had like a couple things that I liked. He took a police scheme in round 2. And then, just talked about Mike being white. He had a lot of Mike flips throughout his whole battle, like a lot. I guess the best one that I would say was Mike's messing up a classic more than like Summer Madness 1. And it was like I got up the bar, but it was like
like that was I knew he was about to say that, but that's still fire, even though it was kind of predictable.
Yeah. Yeah. And he said something about hand holding 2, and I'm like, somebody in the crowd actually brought it up, and I'm like, oh, okay. So like I got the bar, but he did like say that it was like hand holding. Oh yeah, so hand holding Mike, because he was saying how like he's kind of forced to the spot that he is, and like maybe he got a little bit of like white privilege or whatever. So they were hand holding Mike, which is ruining classics more than Summer Madness 1. So Mike Summer Madness 1 had to handheld mics or whatever. So I thought that was probably like the best name flip. But he had a lot, almost like it was a little redundant. But yeah, Mike P had a couple things too that I like. He had a Tech 9 stop the microwave bar, and he took an angle about NWX kicking out Saga, and I thought that was like, I seemed to like ruffle like K-Shine's feathers a little bit, which that doesn't take much to do, and I didn't really like Mike P's third. But he took an angle about Big T being like one of the original battlers, and that's the only reason why he is where he is now. Like nobody had anybody else to watch. Like everybody, they were the only people to watch, kinda. Whereas he had to like the new class, they have to like do so much to get where they're at. Whereas kind of like when battle rap just kind of started, like they're on these platforms just because they just got in at a good time, kind of. So that was all right. But like I said, this battle to me was like kind of dry, and I just don't see it being talked about very much in the future.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't know what to expect from Big T.
Yeah, I didn't like the matchup to start. But, it's hard for me to think outside the box sometimes. But it just was weird even seeing them, like, in each other's faces. Like, I don't know. Like, it just didn't fit.
All right. So, next was, does that take us to the main event now?
Yeah, I think so. Yep, JC.
Right, because Reed, like we said, Reed versus Clean, that happened. All right, yes. So it takes us to JC versus Chess. So, I haven't really heard anybody say it went a certain way.
Any other way, yeah.
So let me just hear your thoughts.
Yes, JC 30.
30?
30, yeah.
Was
30,
it JC was
there's
just
no
that
bias
good?
train tonight. Huh?
Was it JC was just that good, or Chess didn't really bring it? What happened here?
Well, I think we all kind of know Chess choked in the second and kind of stumbled around in the third and ended his round really short. But not to take away JC. JC, like, we all know, like, he has, like, arguably, like, the best 10. So it was going to be a lot to make it a debatable battle anyway, but Chess wasn't, like, 100 either. So I would say that, like, if he was, like, 100, then it might have been, like, a 2-1, possibly either way, whatever, or classic, but yeah, it was definitely a 30 in my opinion, and I don't think I've seen anything less than that unless they were like clearly biased. But
I heard Chess got the first. I heard a couple people say Chess got the first. Most people said 30.
I could see that.
Yeah, like most people said 30, but couple folks said Chess may have got the first. I heard he was like blacking in the first.
Yeah, you'll see when it comes out for yourself, but I don't know. I like JC's first more. But yeah, he kept calling him Chess with a T at the end, basically saying that he hasn't strategically lived up to the name Chess. And he said that in the first round. That's how he opened up, and he definitely didn't live up to that in this battle at all. But he had some stuff too that I liked in round. Let me see. Chess had I forget what I wanted to say about Chess before he choked, but yeah, he did all his best stuff to me was definitely in the first. He had the Chris Stokes. He was coming out of his chain like And he was like, Jules for Julian. And he like did this little dance. He was like, come, I'll have you coming out of your chain like you in that video you sent to Chris Stokes. And it was so funny that he brought that up because somebody had just recently like brought up that whole video that JC did, like when he was pop locking or whatever. So that was pretty funny. Or else I wouldn't have even like understood that bar at all. But that was pretty funny. That was pretty dope. But yeah, JC had a lot. He had like this bar, like only thing you can get from my history are bodies. And that's all the, like, and those are the facts, like artifacts. So I thought that was dope. And, yeah, he was talking a lot about struggle rap. This was a crazy bar JC had. Was like, I should, like, the 5-second rule should be on the battles that he do. And, like, you'll have to, like, hear the setup, but the punch was, like, off of it. Like, so even though, like, I guess it, like, because he was saying, like, man, where's Lux, like, in a second. He was basically saying that, like, he was way too much for chess, like where's Lux? But he was, like, saying how, I guess, because he's still above everybody else that he's battling, like, there should be, like, a 5-second rule on that or whatever. You'll have to. I'm messing it all up, but it was dope, and like, that was pretty much a room shaker right there. And even Chess like gave him his props. Like, yeah, that was fire. But yeah, so that battle, JC was dope. Unfortunately, oh yeah, you can hear him on their pay-per-view like after the battle was over, apologizing, saying, you know, my bad for choking, like, you deserved way more than that. And he was just like, you know, whatever, like, no big deal. But you could tell Chess, like, felt, you know, like he didn't bring his A game, because he definitely didn't. But so overall, like I said, it was a decent event. I wouldn't stop the microwave for this whole card, but no, I'm joking. But yeah, like I said, pay-per-view was cool. Pay-per-view was cool. I probably would have been a little let down if I like would have made the trip up there. But yeah.
Nice. And of course they had the Born Legacy Supreme PGs today. They streamed a lot of those battles on YouTube.
What did you catch?
I didn't. Only one I really caught was Kid Chaos versus 40. Versus 40 Kyle. I gave that to Kid Chaos. Kid Chaos is one of my favorite up and comers. He was blacking. He was blacking. I seen a little bit of Holmesy versus Moon. Shout out to Holmesy. Holmesy was cooking, and I want to say shout out to those from Philly that did their thing. Ray Stizzy and Ghost. So yeah,
nice.
Yeah, shout out to all the PGs today. I'm gonna go back. Like a lot of the battles are on the War Report YouTube page because they streamed them, even though the audio was all that good. Gotta go back and catch some of them.